And you could just send me the recording.
Okay. It always says preparing to live stream. But while it's saying that, is actually live streaming. Have you noticed that?
I know.
Okay.
Now let's see. On my end,
You go to my
to
channel,
look at
pull up my lives.
yours, do I have to be? I can't remember. Do I have to be made co-host in order to?
No, you just pull up another
I
browser.
can just go on. Okay.
And then in your other browser, go to my channel.
No, not
What?
my photo. Come on. No. No. Okay. Okay. Are you on yours already?
I am.
Okay. Do you want to start getting the questions yet?
Yep.
Okay, you can go ahead and start.
Yep. If you just go to my channel and look for the lives, you'll find it. And you'll see
I will.
From Alexander, he says, is now a good time to buy a small
Oh, Jesus.
start flying
Okay,
again for fun and light travel. Erik said, yes, for you personally, this would be freedom for the soul. And he goes, freedom, and pulls his arms out. And it's funny. He was like, come on, Pamela, it was funnier than that. I'm not going to do it for you. He wants me to be like sillier, and I have a hard time with that sometimes. But anyway, he says yes. And he also said, now keep in mind that, the travel restrictions that are happening commercially, they might start happening. There's something, people that can restrict. Anyway, he says yes. And he also said, no, keep in mind that, the travel. Yeah. So now you can see they're happening commercially. They might start happening. There's something, people that can restrict. Anyway, he says yes. And he also said, no, keep in mind that, what I do is I just pause that. There's something, people that can restrict. Anyway, he says yes.
Oh no, how do I keep it from echoing?
Oh, you just pause it. And then that way you can see the comment.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's what I do anyway. I don't know.
Oh no, how do I keep it from echoing?
Oh, you just pause it. And then that way you can see the comment.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's what I do anyway. I don't know.
Oh no, how do I keep Oh God. Uh-oh, shit.
You just pause it.
Can you hear me? Okay.
And then that way you can see the comment.
Oh, wait a minute. Why am I such a mess today?
It's Monday.
Okay, I did it, I think. All right, good. All right, goody. For now, anyway. Okay. But I don't have any excuse anymore because Mercury is not in retrograde. All right, so which one did you do already?
I did Alexander K.
Okay. So, hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Okay.
Don't forget about me. Hi.
Hi, Erik. I love you too so much. By the way, guys, I spent the last several days finding and clearing portals. I'm like Swiss cheese from childhood on, so that explains so much. But I'm going to write about that in the blog, so be sure you read it today. Let's see. Remember, guys, y'all need to read the instructions that I post every Sunday about the YouTube Live. No health questions, no questions related to time, like when will I move, when, blah, blah, blah. And also no messages from deceased loved ones. All right, sorry, but.
And the only reason for that with the deceased loved ones is it takes me sometimes 5 minutes to get a true, accurate connection.
That is it's really, really hard.
And I need to see pictures. I need to validate. I don't, yeah.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
Now you could do that probably with a session with her, of course. Mm-hmm. Sveta Prasad, can I get a message from my higher self? She's wondering if she's becoming more psychic.
I find it funny that messages from our higher self is not always what we're looking to hear. Like our mind is like, I want to develop all of my abilities, and higher self will say something completely different.
Yeah, they want to bitch slap us.
They do. Yeah. Or love us in ways we're not ready for.
Exactly.
So your higher self says, I want you to stop thinking and evidencing your now from your past. Because when you evidence what you're feeling and thinking, and when you're trying to make decisions about your future, you can't think about what used to happen or what did happen or evidence from the past. The past is a false friend. It only was true then. It doesn't exist now. And you can make it different the more you don't evidence from the past and the more you don't think about the past. So your higher self says, all your past, except its beautiful illuminating truths that you've mastered, has gone. Nothing is left but its blessing. Its blessing is for you to move forward and trust yourself right now. So Erik stepped in and said, trust is indeed her problem and she's working on
Okay, excellent.
it.
Florence B. Hi, Erik. Do you have any guidance for my career path?
I don't know why he's using these words. He said, and I don't know if he means literally, do you? No, because he used these words, it feels like you're raw or exposing yourself
Ooh,
sometimes. And
Nikki.
I don't think he means
Kidding.
like something like you're a nurse or something. I could be wrong, but I don't think he means that. Um, so your higher self says it's about being truthful, not letting your mind tell you what truth is, but letting your heart tell you what truth is. That's going to make you more open towards it. And Erik says, okay, I'm going to be hard on you a little bit. Go gentle. He said, it's
Oh,
about sometimes when you want to do something, not asking yourself if you have credibility or if you have the right qualifications to do it. Sometimes you just have to get up and fight for your own worth and prove to yourself that it's worthwhile just by the action of it, just by doing it. It's you find out that it's worthwhile just by doing it. There's no other way in your career.
okay. Let's see.
Something in her head she wants to do and she's not doing it. She's giving
Okay.
herself excuses to not do it.
All right. Okay, Alice Lewis, sending love to all of you. My message, any message for me from Erik?
Something with don't worry about the ifs. There's something in your head. Do I have to do something hard again? Oh no, what if I have to do it again? What if something is hard again? And no matter what that something is that you're afraid of, the more you focus on the repeat of the pattern, the harder that is for your emotions. So, and now he went like this, which means he wants your higher self to talk. He said, also, you can't, another thing before I let your higher self talk, he said, I supersede your higher self. He said, and then he jokes. So he said, so Alice, you can wait, you can delay, you can freaking stop yourself, like deer in the headlights, like fear paralysis is what he's calling this. And he's going like this, where the problem is in your face so much about this, before you even have to make a decision, if the problem's still in your face, you paralyze yourself, which really constrains your creativity. He goes like this, it just flattens, it restricts your creativity and squashes it almost to nothing. But you can't abolish your creativity. You can't make it be not there. So now he said, okay, now I'll give it to her higher self. so much. Your higher self now is the closest time that this world has to offer to trust yourself to do something. It matters not about which decision you make, it matters that you make it now.
That's cool. All right, now let's see. Haley Monroe. Hi, I'm wondering if going to medical school is the right path for me. That's so fun. Medical school. Everybody says, oh, but it takes so many years out of my life. But it's so fun. It really is.
Erik said, if you don't talk yourself out of it, if you don't look at all the problems that you think that you're going to address. Now, give me that person's first name again so I could, there's something else.
Oh, Haley Monroe.
Higher self said, Don't assume you understand what it's going to be like in advance. Don't think that you understand anything about what we've told you to do. You understand the why. You understand why you want to go, but don't think you understand the what until you pass the test of perfect trust by doing it and perfect peace by continuing it. It is the right path, even if it changes, even if it's not completed, it doesn't matter. Just start it. Peace and understanding go together and they can never be found alone.
Okay. Now, along those lines, and I have to take you on a little rabbit hole for this.
Mm-hmm.
A while ago, Raylene came over and taught us how to find and close portals. And I found one portal over the e-board that was on face up somewhere. And you're not supposed to put them face up, I guess, because, open portals, negative entities come out. And there was one over what we call where this water oak, big old water oak was, and we cut it down. And after that happened, I thought, wow, that was where we saw a little screech owl. And it was so cute. We went right over to it and was not scared. But then the next day we found it was dead. So that was a portal that killed it, I guess. And so anyway, I went over to and found portals in Eric's room. And there were 3 in his closet. There was one over his bed, one over his nightstand, one where his desk was, and one by a wall. And then I thought later, the nightstand, that was where a water bottle was. It spinned and spinned and spinned and freaked little Arlene out when she was 5. And the one, his desk, that was where he killed himself. And the one in the wall, that was right where there's a mark where the bullet lodged. And then I asked if anybody in the family had portals. Well, I did, and I had ever since childhood because of my psycho parents. And then I dragged it all into my kids, and and I put pieces of paper with crumpled up, and it was certain kids. So, and it was all the kids I expected to have them. Okay, so I cleared their portals, and guess what? Right after I cleared their portals, Lucas, who works at a company, makes $15 an hour as an intern that went too long because the company had trouble. And right after I cleared his portals, he got an offer to move to California for 1 month and for that month makes $12,000 for a month plus 400 in a per diem. And then after that, he's going to go move to Seattle for 3 months, making 16,000 a month. Okay. And then Annika, her practice test on a step 2 test for medical school, she went from her practice score went up 10%, and she went to 260. The top score is 270. I mean, it's amazing. Um, and Annika's boyfriend, I'll put it in the blog, but I think it works, right?
He's nodding, he's smiling.
But the thing is, when I do it, I get sick, and I didn't realize. I thought, why am I nauseous? Why am I hurting
He
everywhere?
wants to talk about that a little bit if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. He said, so nausea is a sign for physical mediums. Physical mediums, there's a bunch of different ways to have mediumship. So physical mediums feel it in their form and it goes straight to the belly,
Yeah.
especially for empaths, it goes straight to your bellies. So you're going to have to kind of acclimate to that and also understand how to shield yourself effectively before you start the work.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do Palo Santo before and after and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it opens up portals again, so I have to do mine again. So anyway, it's a work in progress. Okay, let me see next. Okay, Leanne Monroe. Are y'all related? Oh no, I skipped somebody. Gerard Lovato. I would love to have a message from Erik, please.
What are you thinking about mom? And he didn't say it like, what are you going to do? It wasn't that type of stress. It was like, what are you thinking? So there's something that's bothering him in relation to that. And he said, I want you to listen to your instincts And you have to find peace about this, man, because it doesn't matter that in the family you think about things and you think, well, no one can take care of that person like I can, or no one can experience that particular connection like I can. Um, what if it's the same for you and your connections to other people, that you have something about you that makes people really understand and really become more at peace? So this ability that you have is similar to your mom. You have this truth speaking thing, and he moves his hand in his mouth. It's like other people may look at you like you vomited on them, but you basically just told them the best truth that they could possibly ever perceive, and they don't know how to handle it, especially about your thoughts that you are thinking about your mom or somebody's mom. He keeps saying that. So the truth in you is radiant. He's like, it just shines, you just shine. But why are you holding it back? It doesn't matter if someone can't perceive it or handle it. There are only truth speakers on this earth. You have a gift, and that is your spiritual gift, to speak that truth, whether others can receive it or not. And that's innocent. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, that you're guilty because you said something true.
Okay. Now, Leanne Monroe. See, I wouldn't forget about you. I recently got my level 1, my and 2 Reiki. Congratulations, certification, but have done nothing with it. Does Erik have any advice on the next steps for me?
He says, so why are you doing nothing with it? You get a certification in order to do something. If you get trained in something, you're meant to help people. But you keep telling yourself there's something missing. If there's something missing, it's not another certification or another class or another something to do. Can you imagine what it means not to have that fear of actually doing something when you really want to do it? The fear that you have before you take your next step is sort of like being on a high dive over a pool. Have you ever been that way when you're a kid and you've got your foot there and you're like, eh? Do you want to be that kid that like runs back down the ladder and everybody else has to back up and get out of the way because that kid has to get off the ladder? Just jump.
That's right. So what is the next step?
Jump.
Put an ad in to one of those, what's the name of that thing that they put in all the health food store, that that very common paper? Anyway, you can look it up. I can't remember. Go to a health food store and you will see this there's this very common paper, and they have little ads, big ads, all sorts of little, that you can purchase. Some you can start out real cheap, and yeah, try that.
Mm-hmm. He said, that's one thing. And what I mean on a deeper level is it doesn't matter what the next step is. If it's put it on your website, create a website. If you don't already have one, the next step is to do something to help people with it, no matter what it is.
Yeah, or join Reiki groups on Facebook, maybe,
He said for her gift is natural. The reason why he's pushing her so hard, he said, because her gift is really natural. So regardless of whether or not she feels ready to do that, a Reiki group's not going to make it any different. Her gift is natural, which means it's just there. Like whether she does Reiki or not, she's a natural healer. Okay. So it's just like coming through. So when you just like trust that and go for it, he said, just go for it and trust that it'll come through.
Okay.
People will tell her, they'll like tell her how it's helping them.
Okay. Kathleen A. I often receive angel numbers, and one of the messages suggests starting a spiritual based career by helping others. How could I do this?
What's her name?
Kathleen A.
Erik says, a lot of times when people are looking to start a spiritual career, they come to me with specific guidance, for specific guidance, and they're looking for a blueprint to their soul. They're looking for hey, what? You go do this, or go do that, or go to a Reiki group, or open up a business on the block around the corner. It's not like that. It's because your mind will tell you so many things, and your mind will say, well, you can get a website, or well, you can get a Facebook group, or well, you need to get a Twitter. In today's world, it's obvious that you have to do all those things because like society isn't giving anybody the options to go put a brick and mortar around the corner, right? So some of these things are obvious. You're going to need a website because the world tells you there's no other way to help people. So you can start there. I mean, there's obvious things that you don't need me to figure out. So I'm going to tell you what's behind these questions that you guys are asking me about what the next step is. The next step is not getting, you know, a newsletter put out. The next step is not the things that you could figure out on your own. It's deeper than that. And I want to go deeper than that with you guys today. You need to understand that you are not small and that you did not come here to play small. So people who ask me these questions have a fear inside of them.
God dang it. Gave me a heart attack. Oh.
Oh,
Sorry, guys. I can't do anything about it. Okay. Don't behave on me.
So sweet.
It's
Erik
because
said,
Annika's here.
Erik, I said, that's so cute when that one does that. And Erik said, no, it's not. She doesn't like it.
I was trying to get a heart attack one of these days. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
He said, so I want you guys to understand when you ask me these questions about what's the next step for healing and what's the next step for your spiritual career, it's like you think you're small. So if you were to try to accept that you're small, that is actually like a arrogant thing to do, believe it or not, because it means that you believe your evaluation of yourself is truer than source's evaluation of your powerful self. Because you're powerful. If you're here in a body, you're powerful. You would not be here. This is grad school, not boot camp, is what he said. So you would not be here on this powerful planet if you were not a powerful person who's creative enough to trust their vastness, to trust how big they actually are in source's light. And if you knew that, you would never ask me what the next step is for you, because you just go do it. You wouldn't need, I'm not going to hand you guys a blueprint today. I'm going to piss you off.
All right.
He's in a mode today, I tell you.
He's always. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Hi, Beatrice Hilke. I don't know. Hi. Any messages for me from my guides? Siri, cancel. I accidentally pushed the Siri thing. Come on. Hey, Siri, cancel. You too. Oh my God.
So higher self says, you offer peace to everyone, and your mind gets upset when they can't handle the peace that you are. It's almost as if people in your friends and family circle are upset when you don't join their degree of smallness. So what that means, Erik says, is we're expecting us to join their disruptive behavior energies, like when they're pissed off, to kind of like merge with that and join that. And Eric's like, she can't do this, but she offers peace. She is peace. So she cannot lower her frequency just to make them feel that she understands them. They're looking for understanding, and it doesn't work that way. So higher self said, you have found a home inside of yourself that this world and everything in it cannot destroy.
Okay. All right. Stephanie Clark has a lot of questions, but we can only do one. I'll just rattle them off and we'll condense them. Will my husband and I divorce? Will there ever be a reconciliation of marriage? What is my soul contract with regards to my husband/marriage? Any words of advice / warning? So what about her marriage?
Jeez. What's her first name again?
Stephanie Clark. Stephanie.
There was so much energy coming right now that it was like a bulldozer. It was like, wow. So Erik says, when you guys do that, when you're like coming to an empath, you need to like pull it into one question so that you don't knock them over with your energy. He's like, wow. Pamela's a little sensitive. So, dang it. I can't even get there. I can't even get out of this. What's her name again?
Stephanie with the IE at the end.
Okay. Higher self. Higher self, we're going to go there instead of answering your question. Higher self says, source is very quiet. The voice of spirit inside of you is very quiet, and there is no conflict in that. Your husband is in deep conflict, and you are in deep conflict when you take that conflict upon yourself. And both of you, Erik says they're going like this at each other. It's like he pushed a conflict by backing away. And then the more he was backing away, the more she was going like this. And then the more she goes like this with her energy of not understanding why he's backing away, he goes, and that ends things if she doesn't kind of back up, because otherwise it's a this type of scenario. which will cause a divorce.
Hey, listen, does he have any open portals that's causing his conflict? Erik tells me that more than half of people have open portals.
He's nodding so much right now. He's like, I feel like my head's going to fall off.
I feel like I'd like to start a business that closes people's portals. It makes me feel sick and causes pain, but then afterwards I can close
He
what
said,
it
oh,
does.
Mom, you're going to have to protect yourself. I'm going to have to teach you so much more.
Oh, no, I know. But then that can maybe help so many people, you know?
And he nodded. He said, but we got to teach you a little bit more on that. Have Ray.
I know, I will. But then I would probably have to do it on a ability to pay basis, of course. But all right, so stay tuned for that, peeps. But I need to learn a lot more, and also
just about protection. The closing part you can do. You've already witnessed that. Yeah.
But oh my God, it works so.
It does. Yeah.
Oh, there's one thing with Annika's boyfriend. He has a lot of anxiety. Okay, and anyway, I took care of him, but I asked where's it coming from, and I asked past life. Yes. Anything in his present life? Yes. Is it illness? No. Is it trauma? Yes. Is it an injury? Yes. Injury from this from childhood? Yes. His childhood? I mean, from him? Yes. I mean, no. Sibling? Yes. Okay. So anyway, severe injury in one of his siblings? Yes. So I told Annika, I said, well, it looks like he was traumatized by a sibling injury. I said, no. And then she go, oh, wait a minute. When he was really little, his sister was chasing him and he was running. He closed a glass door. She ran through it. A big glass shard penetrated her abdomen and she had to get emergency surgery.
Wow. What?
I know. So anyway, I closed all his portals and it took an hour. Okay, so.
Time, but it's worth it.
I know. Wow, it is. All right. And then I had to take care of Christina's Yorkie Gidget because she's a mess. That took 45 minutes and another session an hour. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Let's see. Keenan. Hi. Hey, Erik. Advice for my life and how to approach my mom. So that's probably 2 questions, but all in one. So
what's his name again?
Keenan.
Like
the craze kid. Keenan.
Erik stood in front of you and held up a mirror. And then he started putting people in your life behind the mirror. And he said, now, everything that you're perceiving and everybody that's coming across your path is what you are strengthening in yourself. But you've been really catalyzed. You've been really pissed off, man, because you're learning about this universal law of reflection. So in universal laws, you look at that and you look at what people are reflecting to you in their behaviors. And it's not that you are doing something to them. It's about your mastery at this stage of what you've mastered yourself and how you can help them with that because you've been through it. So these are things that people don't think about in law of attraction. They think if something happens to them and they see it in other people, that it means they haven't worked it out on themselves. But that's only true about a third of the time. There are other times that it means they've mastered it so much that the universal law of reflection comes in and it's like the universe picking up a mirror and put it in your face because you've mastered it. You're meant to help them. So this is what's going on in your life right now. You'll keep seeing it and keep seeing it. And that's how you help people.
Okay. Wow. That's pretty cool. Okay, let me see. All right, Amanda Nikolic, or Leek, I don't know what it is. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry, guys. Can you tell me if Erik or my higher self has any messages for me? Thank you. Heart.
What's her first name again?
Amanda Nikolic. I'm just going to read, you know what? I'm going to read the message and then say the name at the end because that's easier for us.
I forget names.
I'm the same thing. When people tell me their name, I always have to ask again. Always.
So she wanted a message.
A message for higher self, from her higher self, or Erik.
Higher self came first. He kind of backed up.
Okay.
But he smiled too and said hi. He was like, hi, and backed up.
I love you, Erik.
Cute little grin. He's so cute. Your kids are all so beautiful.
I love
Um,
it so much.
so higher self said, when people tell you that something is inevitable, it freaks you out. It's fearful to your mind. You kind of go, oh no, that means I'm out of control. So, what if life contracts are meant to go a certain way no matter what? And it's the way that you go about it and everything that you do to get there that you can change and have power over. But what if everything's okay in the end? And that brings the most joy and peace to spirit that we could possibly imagine because everything's okay in the end. Then that word inevitable does not get to be so fear based. And you cannot continue to attempt to avoid source.
Yeah, that's good. Very wise. You have a wise higher self. Let's see, Roxy. Oh no, does Erik have a message for me? Roxy Maka. Roxy Maka.
He said, why are you letting people squash your joy?
Fun crusher.
Yeah, they're trying to make her real serious. They're like, oh, you know what, Roxy, you need to be more responsible. You know, who's doing that? You do it to yourself too. He's like, it's just not just people. You do it to you. You're like, well, maybe I should be more serious. Maybe I should be more settled down. Maybe I should be more this. Maybe I should be more that. You've got a purpose and it is joy. And when that call is so strong inside of you, the world just steps out of the way and lets you through. They you have this charisma. He laughed and goes, Roxy's in the building. Kind of sort of like he would say if Erik, what it was, he said, Erik's in the building. I say that about Elvis too. But I said, Erik's in the building.
That's funny. All right. What time was I born? I don't know really what that means. And what is my spirit guide's name? So we only do one question. So which one of those? And it's Kim. Kim.
You were born in the morning, Erik said.
Well, of course, we have many spirit guides' name. What's kind of like the main
And what's that person's name again?
rock? Oh wait, Kim.
Kim. Jeez. It's like the other question just won't come through. I don't even know what they said.
Spirit guide's name? No.
Oh, it won't come through. That means they got me.
Okay. Well, you could ask maybe next time.
It's not.
All right.
It's not really as relevant as people think.
Yeah, it's really not because they change all the time. Maybe just get a message from Kim's higher self then.
Yes, we can do that. You got to make room in your head for the quiet voice of spirit to speak. That voice is really subtle. You need to make room in your mind for voice to communicate with spirit.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes our heads are so loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our minds.
Yeah. All right. What is going on? Ever since I started doing portals, I get this twitch in my eye.
That one right there. Erik said, see, your body's so sensitive. You're like a physical. He's like, Mom, that's the physical mediumship. That twitching is the physical mediumship thing.
Well, is that an evil spirit making my eye twitch? What is that?
No, it means you need to take a rest from it or something and ground and protect and do some energy work.
Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I don't care. I'd rather just bull through it.
He's like, yeah, but it can cause physical symptoms that are really uncomfortable. So pay attention to your body's signs to stop and then cleanse and protect.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hi, Erik. Can I get a message from no deceased deceased. So let's get a message from Erik or her higher self. Her name is Essie Moore, Mohr.
No time, no death, no reincarnation, no karma, no pain. Nothing can change the eternal love you have for that person. That's what your higher self said about that person.
Okay.
And nothing can change the eternal love that they have for you.
Okie doke. All right. Any advice for my mom, Amy, going through an extremely difficult time in her life? It's like everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. So this person's name is Logan O'Rourke. Oh, I bet she's got some portals too. So Mom Amy, the questioner is Logan O'Rourke.
So Erik says, you know how sometimes you have one thing go wrong, then another thing, and then it doesn't stop. It's a wheel of energy in motion. And you guys call that karma, but that's just your own life finally coming around in ways that you can't avoid anymore. You push this wheel until it finally starts rolling down the mountain. Or if you have a snowball and it seems like it's getting stuck, it stops for a while, but then you remove all the blocks in your life, that snowball starts to accumulate snow. It's going down the mountain. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're standing in the way. And then it's like a cartoon image, just like the person on the snowball going under and back above.
Oh, yeah.
The body's on the snowball going like that. He's like, that's what karma is. So that is making her face her life, because there's some inevitable changes that she hasn't made that need to happen. And if she doesn't make them, life's going to make them for her. That's what karma does. It's not punishment. It's not anything she's done wrong. It's just not facing yourself over and over again.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like happening until you do, because now you can't not, he said.
That's true.
Yeah.
What percent, I mean, do people have open portals in lifetimes past, present, and future? Or just, well, there's no time, I guess. Can you close portals past, present, future?
You just close them. Erik said you don't even have to worry about that. That takes care of itself.
Can you open portals that should be open?
Yes.
Like, okay.
You can. He said, I have
That's what
some
I'm doing, yeah.
that I come through all the time when I need to.
Oh, that's so cool. What percentage of people have portals that are open that should be closed, and portals that should be open that are closed? Like 60?
With the first one, portals that are open that should be closed, more than 80%.
Oh, I figured. Oh my God.
A lot.
But it's not the cause of everything. I keep telling.
It's not the cause of everything, he said, but it makes that snowball bigger, and that's more painful.
Yeah.
So then, like, the problems can be resolved more peacefully and with less, when you don't have all this stuff accumulating, this energy, negative energy accumulating all the time. That makes it harder.
Yeah. What about the ones that are closed that should be open? What percent?
Less. 50,
like
45.
50%.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next. Oh, I love this question. Sue Grockmo, or Grochmo, I don't know.
Sue?
What is blocking the divine feminine? That's a cool one.
Well, what's her name?
Oh, I'm sorry. What is blocking the divine feminine? Sue Grockmo, or Grochmal. Sue is her first name.
Erik said lack of ability to understand the role of relationship in things.
Oh.
So
things of anything, or people, between people?
People think that they love other people, right? But because in the universe, there are laws in this universe. And one of the most important laws is the law of one. So in the law of one, everybody's one. So it's not the other person you love, they are you. There's no exemptions from that. Okay? They are you, every person in a body. So when you have a relationship, it's that you love and respect and pay attention to. So what people are doing is like tossing flames of energy at each other in their anger, in their fear, in all the things that they're anxious about right now. And that is blocking it, because it's so much vocalization. And what people need to do is shh the mouth and the mind. He said, I want people to just shush with all the talking and all the thinking, because this will make them respect the relationship between the alleged other person, which means the divine feminine, which is more subtle and quiet and like a whisper, will be heard.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Okay, I don't know if this is a win question, but if it is, you could just get a message from her higher self or Erik. Is a new job coming my way? Same job or different direction? Colleen McEachern. Muck, and then Eachern. Colleen.
There's so much energy in the question. And Erik wants you to kind of go, when you guys ask questions to a medium, what you do is you take that question and make it really pointed because there's so many potential outcomes. So when you ask about things like health or job or things like that, it makes it harder in medium because we see all these outcomes and then we see the ways that you're blocking it. And we go, oh my God, if they do this or think this, we have this path. If they do this or think that, it's completely opposite path. If they do nothing, there's an opposite path. And we go, and we go like that, he says. So I just feel like too much energy in that question. I need a single pointed thing here.
Okay, well, let's just get a message from Erik or her higher self.
Okay.
Her name is, again, Colleen, first name.
Erik said, what if you just made a decision and went out and did something different? You're done with what you were doing. So why are you still worried about whether or not you should do the same thing or something different?
Oh, okay.
So what if we just took money out of the equation? And what if we just took like, what will happen to me if I don't out of the equation? Those two things, money and what will happen to me? That's fear. What if we just decided what we would love to do? And what if we all just went and did it? Then jobs start to come in your direction. Then potentials start to find you. But when you have these things in your head where you're like, oh man, I'm gonna have to go back to that same job. And that job ate my ass in the past, Erik. Erik, oh my God. When you have that in your mind, then you start to attract that. And then like, you may be like, well, at least I'm surviving. At least I'm making money. At least I won't lose my house. At least. He said that energy of the at least starts to bundle up and bury you. And then that snowball of karma that we've been talking about this whole time gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, you're funny today, Erik.
He's my little rascal. All right. Hello, beauties. Any message from Erik for me, please? Love to all. Helen Green. She's my regular.
Erik said, you're looking for God in everything and you're starting to find it, aren't you? And then nice. Higher self said, and where God is, you are there. And it can't be anything but that truth. So when you stop separating you in that equation as well, Erik said, that's when you start to get deeper towards your path.
Oh, that's nice. Good on you, Helen. All right. Message from Erik. Blessings to all. Becky Lewis.
Erik said, can I give you an affirmation from Jesus? And then he does the slide when people come in, he slid aside and Jesus comes in.
Oh, you're going to get a message from Jesus. Hi, Jesus, I love you. And you know that.
He said, I love you.
Oh.
Affirmation from Jesus. Jesus says for this person to say to herself daily, I am alone in nothing. I am with Jesus in every choice. Everything I think or say teaches all the universe. Everything I feel is me learning with the universe. Notice he didn't say for, he said with the universe.
Wow. Okay, I don't understand why all of a sudden the chat thread goes down a lot.
Does it? You want me to just pick one?
Yeah, does yours do that?
No.
Is the universe saying, okay, go to this person instead? Let me just try to find Becky Louise again and go to the next one. I don't know why it does that. Okay, yeah, you go ahead to the next one and I'll find my place again. It just does it on its own.
Jackie, Erik says it's west. Something starts with A. I don't know if that's city or state. Something about location that.
Okay.
Interested in.
Oh, I think I'm finding my place.
She needs to be around mountains and water, he says.
Okay, I found my place.
Okay.
All right. All right, Eleanor. Okay, dear Erik, I love how most of your answers to the other people's questions seem like you're talking directly to me. Oh, that's cool.
I do that on purpose, and he got really excited.
Oh, Can I please have a message from either my star family or from you? Eleanor L.
He slid aside, and there's now like 10 Pleiadians behind him.
Ooh.
What if you pay attention to the frequency of your thoughts in terms of manifestation, which you have been thinking about often? What if every loving thought, every peaceful thought is your new truth? Everything else that you think is nothing but an appeal for the divine help. We are your divine help. We are the Council of Nine, and we will help you regardless of the form that it comes in.
Wow. Wow. All right. I got into an argument with my sister. Can you tell me why this happened and if it will get better, please? It seems to happen every summer. This is from Renata Di Paolo.
Erik said, you guys have stuff you've been needing to work out. She's been avoiding it. You've been facing it. You've been facing everything head on. You've been coming at spirit like a Mack truck. And he shows me this image of the truck just down the road and her standing right here going, come at me, bro. But she's not. So when that happens, you're like, now you're going to tell me that it was the opposite way around. But quite frankly, your love is what did that, not your anger. So she defended herself in a way that was toxic to you. So you need to ask yourself, can you be in that toxicity? Because her toxicity is not going to change. You know this about her. She holds it in, and then goes off on people who are most loving. That's just her. That's not going to change. But this is your opportunity to be peaceful and loving anyway. What about your reaction? You don't have to react.
Mm-hmm. Well, we need to close her portals.
Yeah, we do. He goes,
Uh-huh.
we do.
You know, you can close people's portals remotely. It's amazing without their knowledge.
Past lifetime stuff anyway, hence the need for the portal. Sometimes when people have past lifetime stuff, those portals come that it gives you an opportunity to mend the energy that the portal's putting out to you.
It's just so magical. It's so cute. Alice, Lewis, y'all are too cute. Oh, you're so sweet. You're cute too. All right. Woohoo. Back, Tara TJ. Oh no, someone's calling. No, don't. I can't. It's my phone's on mute, but okay. But not my other thing. All right. Does Erik have any messages for me? Debbie Burlisle.
So you asked me to be with you. You asked me to talk to you. And when I tell you I'm there, I mean it all the time. It's not like I'm just going to go away. Pamela sometimes has to just tell me to go away. He said, so if you ask me to be there, I'm going to be there. It's not like, it's a matter of whether or not you're going to notice when I'm there.
Oh, why do you think she asked you to go away?
Me or her? Because I was talking about, he was talking about me when he said that. He's like, Pamela has to just ask me to go away sometimes. Normally just because I want to shower or something. That's weird, Erik.
Oh, I get it. Okay, got it.
Human stuff. So he said about this person, when you ask me to talk to you, I'm there all the time. And I'm just there, guys, her and anyone. And when I say I'm always there, I'm guiding you back to yourself, to your own truth.
Okay. That's awesome. You're amazing, Erik. I love you so much.
He said, I know.
All that in a bag of chips. Okay, let's go on. My name is Evelyn, and I would like to ask Erik if he has met my son, Tiger. What a cool name. Who crossed over in a similar way. God bless you. And I asked Erik to help my son. And her name is Evelyn Jenkins, son Tiger. Have you seen Tiger and have you helped him? How's he doing?
Yes, and he's a lot more at peace. You know, he had the essence of truth. He knew how to do that. He knew how to be in truth. And now he's going to help you understand how to help other people access their truth. And you need to do that by understanding the peace in this scenario. Then you can help other people. And this is just hard. And I'm going to help you now. I know you asked me to help him, but I'm going to help you now, he says.
All right, so maybe this was a spiritual contract for this very purpose.
It often is when that scenario.
Well, I think that maybe this calls for some sort of longer session so you can figure out how are you going to do that, Evelyn? What do you think, Tiger,
Um,
Eric?
he says this calls for more forgiveness. She's thinking harshly about herself, this mom, and she needs to forgive herself. So this is a call for her to forgive herself more and to understand forgiveness more, whether or not she
Okay.
gets a session.
Okay. Well, I think it feels like I'm channeling this that she needs more than
It's
this
true.
little.
It's true. And she wants to go specifically Erik said he wants her to go to Raylene.
Hmm?
Raylene. He wants her to work with Raylene.
Oh, Raylene. Yeah. Okay. You need to book a session with Raylene then.
That's what he said.
And that's angelmedium numeral 7.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My first time join. Colleen says you guys are cute. My first time joining. It's Manic Monday. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's see. All right, Sherry. Oh, well, I'll tell you later. Hello, all. What does my husband's higher self, his name is Rick, need to know right now? Her name is Sherry. His name is Rick. We're doing on time. Yep.
He's scared of something upcoming. Erik says it's something he's scared of having to go through. And his higher self says, you are being blessed by every beneficial thought, every helpful thought that you can possibly have right now. You're being blessed by that. And every time you have a fearful thought about whatever it is you're afraid of in the future, then that holds you to that potential outcome. Higher self wants you to manage your thoughts, Erik says.
Yeah. Okay.
About something that he's worried about going through.
How can you do that?
Exactly what the higher self says, like paying attention to your thoughts is the most helpful thing. Like when you have a thought that's helpful or beneficial, that's loving and not fearful, then you kind of cling on to that. You take it and you manifest with it. And you focus more of your thoughts right now with that energy. Because if you don't, then it becomes really scary to be waiting on something. It's like this person is waiting on something that hasn't happened yet.
Okay. All right, I got one quick question. My little 4-year-old Easton turned 4 in March of this year, and the parents want to put him in kindergarten. And they say, oh, he knows his ABCs, but he just knows the ABC song. He can't really identify them, and they're so busy. He works nights. She works, no, he works days. She works nights in the ER, and they just don't have time to really teach him to identify that this is an A, lowercase, uppercase, the numbers. And the only reason they want to put him in kindergarten is because it's all day. And they can't put him in preschool because they can't afford. I mean, if they make a little bit too much to qualify for all day preschool, that's the problem. And they can't afford childcare for the rest of the time. And he's very bright, but well, if he goes to kindergarten, I'm just afraid he'll shut down and his self-esteem will take a beating. Do you have
It depends upon the kindergarten and it depends upon the teacher because he's so social. He's sensitive, yes.
Oh,
Also
yeah.
so social and he's like craves the attention from people.
Yeah.
And he's charming. Erik says that little man knows how to work a teacher over. He's gonna be
Oh,
fine.
yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna work that teacher over. And then Erik said, and then before she knows it, she's gonna be like wrapped around his tiny little
Oh,
finger.
yeah. Oh, he's adorable. He's
So
so
because
happy.
his love and his happiness, his joy, his charisma is so contagious.
Uh-huh.
So it doesn't matter. Like he's gonna be fine wherever he goes. So don't you worry, Mom.
Well, he might qualify for all day preschool because he can't say it's ours. So maybe the speech problem will help him qualify.
Erik went, maybe not.
Okay, well, he'll be okay then, right?
He'll be okay either way.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, well, I guess we'll close up. Close up shop. All right, thank you guys for joining.
Yes.
And I love you, Erik. I love you, all you peeps out there. Until next time. And thank you for giving me the little break. I really needed it. Oh God. And read the post today because it's going to be also about unsolved mysteries part 1. It's really cool. Oh my God.
Wow.
And I love you, Pamela, too. And I love you, Erik. Did I say that already? I probably did. Until next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye. See ya. And oh, Pamela's going to be on the radio show tomorrow. See you later.
Bye.
Bye bye.